Yes, yes.
Um, Thank you, higher self, for coming in today. Really appreciate the connection. Are you able to let us know what's happening to his body, and can you heal and balance anything that needs to be healed and balanced in his body?
Yes, Andre is noticing some energy work taking place. He's noticing twitches and glitches in his legs and his fingers, and he's noticing pressure on his right side on his rib cage, and he is also he is also noticing some work being done on his other areas. This is all related to his spiritual body and not the physical. So nothing to nothing to worry about. Andre has done some big releasing um, over his sleep and his night last night. And this is why he had that conversation with his family about the vaccines, because it was a good way to bring up some emotions that needed to be let go from the day. So his higher self knew exactly what to do, when was the right time to have this conversation. Um, and his higher self spoke with the higher selves of his parents, and they agreed to help each other with this release, because the release was not just for Andre, it was for his parents as well. And it brought up some issues that they face with themselves. So when Andre went to his house um, and couldn't shake the feelings and noticed other issues and things coming up for him, and that was all purposeful to have it be released. Um, and yes, that continued on into the night. And we knew that this session would be happening this morning. So it's all worked out perfectly. It's all been timed and planned.
Okay, fantastic. So then the next time he feels triggered, he can be reminded that this is just you guys screwing with him to help him release something that he hasn't released yet.
Yes, it's there's always purpose to everything. It's either a need to release, um, or need to look at a part of yourself that is coming up, um, to be reminded that potentially there are some things that you haven't let go of, or that you haven't looked at, and that is just uh, uh, a part of the process. And it's very easy to look at these moments and think that you're not doing it right, that you're failing, that you're uh, um, uh, yes, not doing it right. Um, but there's purpose to everything, and nobody on this planet has a perfect balance at all times.
Of course. And so thank you for bringing up some experiences for him to be able to overcome and to learn and grow from and release from.
Yes, and he has released, and we are helping him to release through the session. Um, and he will have a lovely day today when he has nothing to worry about. So it's all again purposeful. We wanted him to have this session now, so that this day could be spent relaxing, because out of the um, three of you, um, this mission is particularly uh, difficult in the sense that it is right in the, we'll say, the battleground, and it is not. It's not. it's not easy. It needs to be managed for the sake of the mission. So these sessions before each week have been really important to the overall mission. So it is like you have all come together to help Andre perform this part of his mission, as you are all helping each other fulfill certain aspects of your expertise with regards to your own individual missions and purposes in your designated areas. And this is the point where Andre's mission is needing some extra care. So again, this is all purposeful. And there are many beings here who are watching this session now to help with this. There are questions that you have that need to be answered. So there is a collective of different beings from different areas of the galaxy with their own expertises here to offer their guidance and help with this session.
Okay, well, that's fantastic. Thank you all for being here. I was going to ask about his sexy dreams now, but I might ask that later. I feel like maybe they want us to connect with Dolores now.
Yes, Dolores is here. I'm here.
Well, we'll get to Andre's dreams later. Okay, so welcome, Dolores. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. We can talk about Andre's dreams, but maybe that would be best left for the end.
Well, now that my subconscious said that I was a prude with sex, I'm trying to like be cool with it. So I don't know if that's working out for everyone.
The sex is a very natural part of life. Without that, you would not be here. We need it. We need you to be having sex with each other so that we can continue to learn lessons and to gain information. There's nothing to be prudish about with sex, but we know that this is how you have been taught to be fearful of talking about and being open with about sex. And this is what we're trying to fight here.
Lover, not a fighter, right?
Yes, we all we all love sex. We all love sex. We have a lot of sex, and it's a wonderful and beautiful thing. And it is an escape for people as well as it is a necessary part of life.
Fantastic. Okay, moving on. Okay, so Andre would like to know how is it that he found you this lifetime and your work?
It was part of our conversation to have him live his life, to do what he needs to do, and then to slowly be introduced to have seeds planted with regards to the spiritual side of life. And it was, I was used as a way to wake him up to the idea of what is taking place. I was that stepping stone for him, but we agreed that it was not the right time for him to start following my work and to be totally engrossed in my work in the early stages. So he was aware of what I was doing. He was watching my videos, but he was scared by what I was saying, what the sessions were saying, what was coming out, and it turned him off. He couldn't even read my books. He had two of my books sitting there, but he wouldn't even read them. But we always knew that they would be there for when he needed them. Um, so it was talked or planned that he would meet Josephine and that they would grow together and develop that way, so that he was ready when this came around, so that he was ready for the information when the time was right. It would have just stopped him from living a full life if he had been more engrossed in the work that I was doing earlier on in his development. So it was all purposeful. Andre, his subconscious, the personality of his subconscious, of his higher self, is fairly prominent in his everyday, as is all of your personalities. They continue on in outside of your body. Your spirit has personality, and we have to watch Andre a little bit. We have to be careful because he's very sensitive, and he runs away with himself. And we had to approach his awakening very delicately. This is something that he never likes to admit, but the whole point of him is that he just gets away with himself and he worries and he overthinks, and he has been like this in all of his lives. So we had to be gentle. We had to be gentle and make sure that when he was shocked into different elements of his awakening and different directions, that it was done with care and that it was done in the right way. And it was very successful. It has been very successful. But I have been watching him and helping him and directing him and guiding him all the way through his process, all the way through his life, through the good times and the bad times, because he is like my baby. He's like my baby, and I am very protective over him, and I want him to be able to fulfill the work that his higher self really wanted to be a part of. And we have been working very closely. So it's all led him to this point where he is in this moment doing this session.
Fantastic. I do recall when I was the client for Andre, when he was asking me questions, and you'd come in and you referred to him as darling. And I thought that's so personal. That's so, there is something more to your relationships than we knew at that point. It was quite extraordinary. So, are you able to tell us some of your other experiences together?
Yes, he is my little baby, my little darling. We are um, um, uh, we have worked together before like this, as we have with you and with Kane and with many others that are involved in this process of receiving this information. We've done this for many planets before. We have helped. We've always been truth seekers. We've all been passers on of the truth and the knowledge. And we are advanced beings who are disguising ourselves as humans so that we can fit in with um, people who have chosen to experience different missions and learn in the physical. And this has been our task as teachers and givers of knowledge from almost the beginning of time. Um, and we have been collecting data, we have been experiencing things, and we have had the harsher lessons in life. We have needed to gain all this data so that we can grow and evolve and catapult ourselves into a greater awakened state so that we can pass on that knowledge to others who are on that journey themselves. And this has been our lifetimes together on many different planets, many different solar systems, galaxies. We were even doing this when we were germs. We were even doing this when we were rocks and trees, just in very different ways. We've always needed to be there to anchor energy into a group of collection, a group of energies to help. And there have been others that have done the same for us as we have for others. And it is like the cycle of development. You work your way up and you are able to then give that knowledge onto others who are working their way up in the same way.
Hmm, fantastic. So Andre was really interested in what you thought these sessions were going, and if we need to ask about any other new topics or content.
The sessions are going very well. We, uh, when we do sessions, are doing it from the human perspective. We are limited as to what we can know, what we can ask, and how we can perceive and verbalize the information that's coming through. We can only ever do our best. And once your intention is to do your best, then that is all that can be done. And it is not necessarily a question of needing to change or uh, to uh, go in a different direction, because you can only go at the level at which you are resonating with. And that is not to say you're doing anything wrong. It's just is what it is. I was limited in my work. I had to grow and develop. And the time that you have spent doing these sessions has not been long enough for you to truly be at a level where you can get the highest information. But you are getting very high information. You are getting the biggest information that is available to humans at this time. So do not worry that you need to be doing anything different. You are doing everything that you can possibly be doing. You are doing yourselves proud. You are doing the work proud. You are doing me proud. And you are doing your higher selves and those that are involved in the passing on of information very proud. Uh, if we had 20 more years, the information would become bigger and bigger and bigger. But that is not possible right now at this moment. So as I look upon you doing the sessions, I'm filled with pride and with happiness that you are even receiving this information, because it is information that it took me many, many, many years of doing this work to be able to receive. And this is testament to the work that has been done outside of you to catapult you into this place of awakening, into a place of opening up your minds and your receptiveness to information outside of yourselves. Um, so, as I see it, I see uh, um, you're at a limit to how well you can do, and you are there. So there's nothing to change, nothing to worry about. It is also important to note that the information will come when it's meant to come. It is all in perfect timing. We mustn't forget this. We mustn't forget that if you are not receiving the biggest information, then you are not meant to receive the biggest information. You are meant to receive the information that you are meant to hear and that is meant to be spread. This is a very delicate process, passing this information on to the people that will be hearing it, especially on your platform that is so available to everybody. So it's very important that this be done in a way that does not bastardize the work that has been done by having information that is too big and too unbelievable to be taken seriously. So though it is not ideal to have to control the sessions this way, it is necessary to be able to have the information be received by the people. And this is true in all areas of spirituality and connecting through mediumship and trance mediumship and channeling, we are only going to give you the information that is right in that moment, and that is right for the sitter, and that is right for the people viewing. So if you were to be receiving the biggest information, you would be receiving it. And you must know this at all times. All is well.
Thank you. And then you referred to us being in the middle of a battleground at the moment. What are you referring to?
Yeah, Andre's subconscious was referring to Andre's particular situation with regards to the work needing to be done in his area right now. And that you and Kane are not quite as integrated into the thick and heavy of the of that part of the work right now, because you are more limited to your homes. Kane is doing work where he works. He is doing what needs to be done for the people that he is in the care of. But Andre has chosen at this time to do some heavy work in his area, because his area is particularly damaged with regards to the memory of the land, the memory of the energy in the area. So it has been planned that there be time for these sessions. There be time to help Andre at this point in the last few weeks. You've all chosen to help Andre's area at this time, and for it to be the priority in terms of energetic help. And that is being done. That is, it is all going very, very well. And it is very exciting to see the changes that are happening in the area where Andre lives right now. It's wonderful, wonderful to see it.
Oh, fantastic. I love that. Do you have any messages for us and information you want to share with us at this moment?
Yes, the information that you're getting right now is the right information right now. And it is leading you to a point of acceptance, closer and closer that we get to this big event. But what I will say is that nothing really matters right now with regards to the information you're getting, because it's not going to change anything. So I would like you to think about doing sessions for fun, doing sessions out of curiosity, and not worrying so much about the information you're getting right now, because what will be, and nothing will change the outcome. Please do not be fixated on what information you're getting, and worrying about whether you're doing the job right, because you are. And it is just so important that you're doing this now for the love of it, and the love of information, and the love of satisfying your curiosity. So please do not be worrying about how you are doing, because it is all just brilliant and you are doing fantastically. This is the time now where you must enjoy yourselves, enjoy the time you have here, and do not fixate too much on receiving the biggest information from now until the end. Just allow yourselves to flow. Allow yourselves to flow.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I'm assuming that at this point, nothing is going to change in terms of the shift.
Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Um, but you also must remember that the events that are due to take place on Earth are uh, involving humans, and that is always subject to change in an instant. So be open to information, um, but just know that it is so easily changeable with regards to what happens on the planet. There are many, many timelines and paradigms that uh, you can move in and out of. Um, so information is always correct at the time of which it is given, but there is subject to change at all times. This is why I'm asking you not to fixate too much on the information and to just enjoy the ride. The information that's coming through is more of uh, planting a seed that of the possibility of what is to come. Um, so do not attach yourself too much to the human outcomes because it is all easily changeable, as you have seen.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, that's really interesting. Um, um, will Andre get to experience at this point his Christmas?
At, you're asking if he will experience Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
Not at this point, not right now. He might experience it on New Earth if he wants to. That is that is very possible. We can have Christmas on New Earth. You will be there. We understand that
Okay.
you're asking whether anything has changed in the shift, and everything is on plan for the shift. The shift needs to happen. It needs to happen. It's going to be a lot of work and a lot of replanning and a lot of rejigging to have to um, redirect um, the energy of the earth into where it needs to be to have a successful life and successful growth and evolution. And we're tired, you're tired. We need this to just happen. We need to get this done so that the old adage can be lived. Um, we do not want to be telling you these things and then to have it not happen again and again and again and again because it is demotivating for the people that do all the work to better themselves and to align with that truth. And we understand how hard it is. We all do. It was hard for me when I was there. Um, and it was disappointing for me when I had my setbacks and my disappointments because it makes me look like a fool. It makes the work look foolish. So, but we also must do what is best for Earth, what is best for you, what is best for the animals and the plants, the trees, the wind, everything that has life, because it is so much bigger than just one planet. It is so much bigger than just one person. It is the entire universe, the entire creation that becomes affected by these events. So, while it may sound harsh, and we know you want this to happen so badly, there's much that needs to be considered with regards to this. So if disappointment needs to be had, then it has to happen for the greatest good of all involved, because we are one. So as it stands, all is well, all is on track, and we'll be shifting and moving to new earth, and it's going to be glorious and wonderful and amazing. So try not to attach yourselves too much to any outcome and just allow yourself to flow. And that will be how the last few weeks will be made easier because things will start to look a little bit more chaotic in the next few weeks leading up to the shift. Uh, and and it will require you to be able to retreat and to be with yourself.
Thank you. Thank you. And I understand when you say the next few weeks, you do mean the next few days before the shift.
From now until the shift, we're showing Andre 2 weeks.
Okay, nice. Okay, well, we're flexible and going with the flow, and whatever will be, and it will be for the greatest of good, and we trust that. So,
Yes, and know that you are loved so much throughout this. That is, it is all for the greatest good. It is all for the greatest good. And one day you will understand everything and it will make so much sense. But it's part of your experience right now to be going through all of this.
I'm kind of half decided whether I should go and buy Christmas gifts or not. I'm not too sure. I'm not committing myself to it.
There's time to buy Christmas gifts on the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, if you so wish to. If you feel like you need to, and it doesn't happen, then there will be time to buy Christmas gifts.
Fantastic. Cool. Andre is quite curious to find out what you're doing now. Obviously, you probably get called into quite a few of these sessions, but what else do you do, Dolores?
I'm living as energy right now. I'm not in any form. So I just am being, and I am learning, and I am taking time to just be energy. I have not decided at what point I will incarnate into a vessel. There is work being done on New Earth that I am involved in. There is the plan that I will. I'm showing Andre orbiting New Earth, like an energy that surrounds New Earth. And this is sort of like I will be, I don't want to say God of New Earth, but it will be my role to help guide and teach and balance the energies as they come onto New Earth. So that will be my task, and I'm sort of sitting and waiting. And while I don't get bored, I'm sort of just would like it to happen. I'm very excited, and so I allow myself to be of a service to any planet or constellation that needs me right now. But work is very much centered around Earth right now, both old and new. Getting everything set up and ready, and getting into place for this magnificent journey.
Fantastic. Well, just go with the flow and enjoy enjoy that boredom, because I'm sure once things start kicking off, it's going to get quite busy.
Yes, I am enjoying it. I definitely am not bored. I'm in anticipation, we'll say.
Great. That's so much fun. That is so great. I'm so grateful for everything that you do. Um, is there any final messages that you'd like to share with us?
I think I've said it all. I think it's all pretty good. Um, I'm just loving watching everything happen, and seeing it from the bigger picture is so much easier than seeing it from the perspective of a human. So I'm feeling a little smug.
Well, you're more than you deserve it. I think you did so much extra hard work here in your lifetime that I feel that you deserve to have this appreciation of viewing everything in that perspective. Um, so you deserve that smugness.
Thank you. And remember that you are also doing this work. So it's all ahead of you, it's all waiting for you. This is a wonderful service that you're providing. So you will be able to reap the rewards of that as you pass through into the next dimension.
Hmm. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's kind of like I really enjoy doing these sessions, so it's going to be strange not to do this. I'm sure the work I do on New Earth will be quite different as well and quite enjoyable, but um, sort of didn't feel like I got bored of this.
No, that's because it's your highest joy. It is your purpose. And don't think for 1 second that you will look back at these sessions on New Earth and think, oh, I wish I had those again. There's so much more amazing work that you will be doing on New Earth than this is child's play.
Okay, little Miss Smugness. I love it. Thank you.
Don't
Awesome.
forget, don't forget that personalities carry on with you. I was a little smug in my life. I was a little smug. I could have done with being a little bit more humble, but I thought I was amazing. I was so delighted that I was getting this information. And while I was humble and I was providing a service and giving, helping people with this, I thought I was cool. I thought I was really great.
You're super cool. And like, I don't know if you get to be able to read YouTube channels, information, comments, or feel the energy of people when they're listening to your videos, but you're a super big influencer. People love and adore your work, and you see the comments all the time. People saying that they miss you, and they dream about you. You must come into a lot of people's dreams.
Yes, there are a lot of people who need my connection, who are not able to uh, fully process the fact that I'm not here doing the work I'm doing. And it is hard for people with their egos to trust other QHHT practitioners who are saying big information because they're not me. And this is uh, just as a sign of where they are. And uh, it is like they need to have somebody famous to tell the information because just because you are a practitioner who is not world famous doesn't mean that you're not getting the best information. And this is testament to your sessions. It is the same happens with psychics and mediums. Um, People think that because you're not super world famous or mega successful that you're not as gifted, and this is just how the human psyche works. So when I died, people felt like a loss of hope. So I connect with them to keep that connection so that they can uh, learn from me and still get guidance from me. And they don't realize it, but it is helping them to move on forward in their lives. And I do see what is written about me. I see the good and I see the bad. And while I'm delighted to see that everybody is being affected by the work that was done, I really don't care what anybody thinks of me because it was never about me. It was about the work. It was about the information. What I get from that is the outpouring of love. That is what I receive. That is what I look at. I don't take any note of what is actually written. I just feel the energy. I feel the love that comes from those words. And that is what fills me up. It is what makes me happy, and it is a wonderful reward to see how people were affected, um, and are still being affected by the information.
Yeah. Yeah. That is cool. That is cool. I've noticed even I've grown a little bit from what I've been reading on comments about you. I'm not triggered as much when people spell your name wrong. I'm growing.
You have made a wonderful growth. You have grown so much. You don't understand how much you've grown. It has been very drastic. Um, and if you think back to the person you were 6 months to a year ago, before you started this work, it's like night and day. And that is why um, things have been shaken in your life, because the world that you once resonated with is not vibrating at your level anymore. So you are this vibrating at a higher level, living in a world that is not matching your vibration, and it is causing chaos vibrationally. So it has forced you into even more growing and more learning and more. So you're vibrating higher and higher and higher and higher. And it's just getting to a point where it's going to implode on itself if we don't get you off this planet.
I want to make a joke about how I think I've got my crystalline body already and I think I'm in 5D.
Well, actually, you all have your crystalline bodies. You just can't see them or feel them or use them.
This is like Christmas gifts, really, isn't it?
What Christmas?
Magical. Okay, thank you. Well, you can stay and listen to the conversation I'm going to have with Andre's higher self about his sexy dreams, or you can recede to where you belong, your choice.
I will recede.
Okay, with much love to you, Dolores. Have a fantastic time.